want to acknowledge that we are on Noongar country for our rally today. When I think back to my own school days, the racism in my school was far more endemic than the homophobia. Why? Because young gay kids, there was no choice but to stay in the closet, but there is no way that you can change the colour of your skin. So I want to give a big shout out to all of the young people here who stamp out all forms of bullying in their schools, because there is no place for it in our community and in our schools. It should be the right of every student to a safe education, to a secure and supportive school environment. But unfortunately in our nation, that is not the case. 80% of young LGBTI people report verbal abuse and bullying in their schools. We have only one in five LGBTI students in our nation reporting that they feel safe and supported in their schools. Now that is simply not good enough, and that is why we need this program. As we know, LGBTI people are 6 times more likely to die by suicide. And I think back to the 1990s, I think of a horrible, tragic young case where there were 2 young men and they'd gone missing, and their parents were desperate to find them because they feared the worst. And unfortunately, they were calling for the military, for anyone to help them go out and find these 2 young men who were just 17 years old. But unfortunately, the worst was true. Now these kinds of cases still happen today, but they don't need to. I am an LGBTI person, and so are hundreds of you out here. Our internal self-worth is intrinsic to ourselves, but homophobia and discrimination in our community affects all of us. I just want to remind you that you are beautiful and whole, and you do not need to internalise the rest of the world's homophobia. Back in 2013, as an initiative of Rainbow Labor, and a big shout out to them, Rainbow Labor in 2013 asked the federal Labor government to introduce safe schools, and that is what we did. We did it for all the reasons that have been spoken about so eloquently today, especially by our young people. We did it because we believe in the potential of every young person in our nation, and that every young person needs a safe place in our schools. Now, unfortunately, despite Malcolm Turnbull's initial support for this program, he has caved in to the far right of his own party, just as he's done on marriage equality, and has defunded the program when the funding expires. The so-called radical elements of this program that have been trashed by people in the Liberal Party are exactly what keep our young people in our schools safe. It has been about things like enabling young transgender people to come to school as their whole self, to be able to wear their preferred uniform to school, and to use the toilets appropriate for their gender, and to be treated in the appropriate way, even in our primary schools. Now these are the core to this program that are so incredibly important. I'm pleased and proud to tell you that at the last election, federal Labor said that we would refund safe schools nationally. So far, Safe Schools has reached 400,000 young people around our nation. And I'm so pleased and proud that Sue Ellery wants to keep Safe Schools in WA so that it can reach more young people around Western Australia who really need it. So thank you for coming along today. keep standing up for supportive and safe school communities. I want to thank all of you who are part of school communities that make this program real. It's not really about, we are thankful for the supportive teachers that we have, but frankly it's all, most importantly, about young people reaching out to other young people, and thank you for being there and active in your schools to do that.
Now,